There's a country singer, and I'm so bad with names, but there's a country singer who does Trash Fridays or Trash Tuesdays. And people who leave nasty messages on her videos, she highlights them. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. And then she goes through their profile and you know, it's funny that you're talking about me like this, Jim, but
Yeah.
here's your profile picture. Like, I think it's very clever, a clever way to like what's done in the dark to make light.
Yeah. Well, and that's, you know, social media it's a situation where you air out your dirty laundry. A lot of people do. Like, if you don't want people to comment, don't put it out there.
That is the thing. That's where the stories are told, is in the real life story. And you cannot show your real life story and expect people not to have opinions about it. Yes. So you have to play both sides of that. And it sucks when you get the nasty or when you feel judged. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you're going to put yourself out there, I think you have to expect the good and the bad and the ugly. Yeah. It just is. But that's where the stories are told. And that's where you get your following.
People love the stories.
I love the stories. That's literally why I go to the app. I just love being told stories. And people, you would have no idea of people's life experiences if there was no like large reaching social media machine. Mm-hmm. And people are living very fascinating existences. Mm-hmm.
We had put out a post on social media, a very general post that who we are, what we do. I was on the housing side, and just looking to connect with landlords outside of your big property managers, just small time landlords that want to do good, and are willing to give like second chances. We really didn't get any responses from landlords, but the comments were crazy. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Like, outside of the need, like the need just is so great.
It's huge.
And then people will tell you their situation in the comments. Of course, you have people that are like, oh, you put yourself there. No, you didn't. But if you're vulnerable enough to kind of put yourself out there like that, but on the same sense, then you have so many scammers. People will take that and be like, ooh, you're vulnerable. I can take advantage of you. Yep. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, but they have pictures. Yeah, they take them off Zillow. They take them off Realtor. Of course they have pictures. Send me $1,000 and it's yours.
Send me your social security number and $50. Move in tomorrow.
Send me a picture of your ID and your date of birth. That's my favorite one. Send me a picture of your ID. How about you send me an application?
Yep. That's my number one thing I tell every new member that we work with on the housing side. Facebook is helpful. Don't stop looking at Facebook for ideas, resources. Take a screenshot of it, shoot it over to me. I'm going to figure out who owns that property. Yep. And then I said, you don't send your name, your phone number, your social security card. If anyone asks you for money, immediately scam.
Yep. Done.
If they're asking you for money, Venmo, Zillow, or whatever that Z one is, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
All of it. No, Zelle. Like all of it. Like that's a no. Yep. That's a no. They're going to rip you off. They're going to take all your money.
Yep.
I tell all of them that regardless of age, because I feel like the older generations are getting more scammed than the newer generations. Mm-hmm. Gosh, like 100% of what's out there right now is scams.
It is. Think about it. You have spam risk. Them are scam calls. Them are robocalls. Mm-hmm. You have scam on housing. You have scam everywhere. Every industry, there is some type of scam. And sometimes if I'm in a playful mood, I'll try to call their bluff. Like, all right, I'll play with this, right? And then try to call them out and see how long it takes for them to hang up. But sometimes I just not in a playful mood and just don't answer, or I'm just crabby.
Yep. I was with a member yesterday, and they kept getting the calls. They kept answering them all there, and I'm like, hang up. I can hear it. It's Robo. Yeah. No. Oh, hi. Hello. No, it's Robo. Just hang up.
Yeah, we had one that she got them all day long, and she was so confused. And it's like, no, I mean, she was so vulnerable to get scammed, and she did. She got scammed. It's just unfortunate that this is the world that we have to live in.
And there's really not a bunch of recourse for it. You can report it to the police so that there's a police report, but there's nobody investigating it. There's nothing to investigate. Most of these things are originating overseas. Mm-hmm. So it's like, here's out all your money.
Yeah.
And there's not that much money to be had.
No, not at all. But yeah, when I would still call on the Facebook ones, and that would be the same. Our members are just, there's a lot of individuals that get very excited of, all right, I found a place. Hold on. And then we find that they sent one sold their car to pay for this fee.
I do remember that. Oh.
And then turns out it wasn't even legit. Like, don't pay somebody money that you've never met before.
Or on a property you've never seen before.
Yes.
Driven past, walked past, know someone who knows somebody that's been in the, it's hard.
I know somebody who they renovated a house and all of a sudden it was on Facebook for rent. They didn't put it for rent. It was a scammer. They took pictures.
And you end up with squatters in your home.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, they won't even give you the keys. Like, they're just, give me the money. Give me the money.
Yeah. I'll meet you at 7. I'll meet you at 8. I'll meet you at 9. Never. Then you're blocked.
Yep. One thing that is getting a little more popular, if you're ever on the sites of rooms for rent.
Yeah.
It is becoming popular. I get it. I am leery.
Oh, I'm very leery. I don't. And the other one is, so there's rooms for rent, and then there's like matey, or like it's a roommate site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there are some in our local areas. And again, though, I'm just like, ugh, like how awful could that be? Like, what if they you end up in someone's basement putting the lotion on? Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, we had one that he almost ended up in the basement in that exact situation. He found him on this website, and this guy was so demanding. So he got the gut feeling after they got to go look at it, right? And they got the gut feeling. He's like, yeah, maybe not. And the guy called the housing counselor, and the housing counselor said, yeah, he changed his mind. He's no longer interested. You need to go get him and bring him here now. Excuse me? No, we do not.
Oh my word.
He's like, where is he? I'll go pick him up. And I'm like, and after they did a little bit more digging, it was, this guy was not a good guy at all. So on the sites, it's important for people to be mindful. Anyone can post on there.
Anyone, yeah.
Anyone. There's no background checks, right? You have to do your own investigation on who this person is before you give them money and actually live with them. Yeah. You can be put in a very dangerous...
Well, especially again, our population.
Yes.
They're very vulnerable for so many different reasons, whether it be physical disability, intellectual disability. They're easily exploited because they just need housing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You and I have a big dream of transitional housing.
Yes.
Like this, I have to schedule the tour yet, but there's this old vacant nursing home that is phenomenal, beautiful, that we want so bad. And the things that we could do and the difference that we could make. But not everybody views it like that. And that's so sad. That's so sad, where when you want to do something like that, you have to get the approval not only from the town or the city that you're going in. Like, they have control to tell you no.
Yeah.
Why. Exactly. I don't understand why they would. But like, just there's such a need. And I think it's just because we see it every single day. And we have the heart where we want to do good.
Yeah, I just want to be a part of the solution and not a perpetual part of the problem.
Yes. And where we see it so often of people are just not good people.
No.
Not only, I always look at what was the intention behind it. Everything that happens, the first question is, what was the intention? And when we're in this world, we just get to see so much that the intention is bad.
Well, even like some of the low income apartment complexes, like I truthfully believe that their intention was good at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But just placing barriers after barrier after barrier on this population, what's the point? Yeah. Like, I don't understand the point, except for you like rules. So like you get to enforce the rules. Mm-hmm. Is it a power play? I don't really know. But yeah, it goes back to intention, like why you're doing the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is the intention behind it? And how do you remove the barriers? I think if a lot of people would ask themselves, like, yes, this is required by HUD. We get that. But how do I remove the barrier for somebody applying that doesn't have help? What do you do? I think just that little question can move the dial so much forward.
One thing that I'm battling right now, and I'm going to figure out a solution, and I don't think it's a HUD requirement. I don't think. I'll look into it. This need for addresses. I do not think that's a HUD requirement. Homeless is homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless is quite literally homeless. We can't prove residency because there was no residency to prove.
Right.
Street corners, behind U-Hauls, behind churches, behind air conditioner units, in vestibules, in parking ramps. What address do you want?
They don't have an address. A park bench doesn't have an address.
No, and
I can take a picture for you.
And then they're getting denied.
Yeah.
Based on homeless, like literally homelessness. Like, I don't have an address to give you.
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? Like, the only workaround that I have found so far is that if they do an intake with certain homeless shelters, they will sometimes write it, but they don't have to accept it.
Nope.
I've had good luck so far, but they don't have to accept it. And I do not believe that's a HUD requirement, because what they're trying to do is a landlord reference.
Yeah.
There's no landlord.
That's another shift. Now it's, your past landlord gave you a bad reference.
And it's just the law then.
Yeah.
What?
But then we've also seen it where we can't get a hold of your last landlord. So we denied you based off of no reference. No reference is a good reference at that point. No credit is a good credit at that point. Like, there has to be, when you're dealing with a low income population, there has to be flex in there. Otherwise, it's discrimination, according to me.
It is.
You want a specific type of person who has rental history, good rental history.
Good credit.
Good credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you think they're going to be your best tenant?
Yep. Not always.
Not always.
Yep. And then you have the audacity to ask me, well, can they care for themselves?
Right. That's none of your business. Can you care for yourself?
Now that one,
you don't get to
ask that.
I got asked that question too.
Yep.
And that was like, why are we questioning this? She would not be applying to an independent apartment if she could not care for herself. She's not even coming from assisted living.
The audacity.
Why do you get to question if somebody can care for themselves?
Yep.
Because they're on services?
Mm-hmm.
That's
because
they
checked a box on your application that says disabled.
Everybody in that building is disabled.
They're all on fixed incomes.
You have to have a Social Security awards letter to enter that building to be approved. Mm-hmm. So did you ask every single one of them if they can care for themselves?
Probably. They all answered because they want to be housed. That's
discrimination.
And that's the crummy thing, is that the things that our members are willing to give up, whether it be their personal information, their personal story, in order to be housed. So they will give up all of their personal information that was never required. No. But they'll give it to them because it was asked of them, and they just need to be housed.
They have to take that extra step where you don't. Are you going to ask me that question if I apply for that?
Probably not.
Okay, then why are you asking them?
Exactly.
That's not okay.
Because you walked in and they can't. Or the other thing that really just upsets me is that they know they have like an intellectual disability, so then just stop communicating with them.
Yes.
Like somehow they aren't able to answer their own questions, every client that I work with is able to give you their personal information. They might really struggle with like paperwork and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, anyone's going to struggle with a 32-page application. Mm-hmm.
Yep. My favorite is, all right, then I'll bring them in and we'll sit down together. Oh, no, if you want that specific where you need to dot your I's and cross your T's and last name, first name, whatever, then we'll come do it together. Mm-hmm. That way it's done according to what you want.
Yep. And there's no mistakes.
I'm really big on holding people accountable, not only for the caregiver world, the housing world. My favorite appeal of all times. I was literally stalking them for months because they quit responding to me. It is her right to appeal. We were within the 14 days. We appealed. They never responded. Oh, I'm not dropping this. Mm-mm. You know me. I'm on this. So email after email after email. I finally called the owner And the property manager, after I got a hold of the owner, I'm like, all right, it is their right to an appeal. We submitted the documentation on time. You cannot just not respond. I got a call from the property manager saying, oh, I'm so sorry, we never scheduled this. No, that's not okay. So that I love when people can be professional but persistent.
Yep.
That advocacy piece. Now when they see our name come across their desk, they're probably like, oh, yeah, I don't want to deal with them again. But it's holding them accountable. And it's being able to ask the questions. And I think it's how you approach it. It's like, all right, help me understand why this policy is in place. Is this a company policy? Is this a HUD policy? I'm one that just keeps asking questions, and they're probably annoyed by me. But I get the answers that I'm looking for, so that way I can
understanding helps us do our job better then. Yeah. If we understand that it's HUD, there's nothing you're going to do to get around HUD guidelines. No. If it's policy, we have a little bit more play, but still we're going to lose that battle because the landlords have so many rights. Yeah. But at least we know, and we know how to do it better next time. Yeah. Like the one we're submitting a blank page. Oh, we didn't get that blank page that was included in that document. Denied.
Do you really need that? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
But you're going to charge them for faxing a blank page. Yeah. 50-page document that you want with blank pages included. It is where I fax things, it's $1 per page. So now not only is he paying the courthouse to print it, which costs money. Mm-hmm. Now we have to take it and either drop it off or fax it because they wanted a specific way. Faxing it costs money unless you have a fax machine. So we're putting up a barrier that doesn't need to happen just to apply for a low-income housing. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost them $100 for this application. You might as well say you have an application fee at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that situation, I think we're going to run into more and more and more. Yep. Because I think it's somehow attached to the affordable subsidy.
Yep, because the courthouse can't email it. It is a requirement. They must somehow print it.
It's more safe fax, which faxing just will never make sense to me. But yeah, it's very expensive, and most of our members don't have access to a printer, let alone a fax machine, nor a car to get to a FedEx place to fax it, or sometimes not even to the courthouse because they no longer live in the same city.
Right.
It's just, barriers. And so, my heart and my passion right now is fixing some of that. And we're not going to fix it all, but we can make a dent. One thing I would love to see, and I don't know how it would work, but it's I saw it on TikTok. This guy, and I don't know if he invented it or if he's just like a retailer of it. It pulls like my camper does, so it hitches up to a ball, and it's about probably the same size as my camper, but it's sleeping pods.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and you can spray them out like it's air conditioned. Everything's like that rubber material, so like it can be sprayed and washed out. You have to crawl in, but you can sit up. So like once you're in, you can sit up and move about. It's just enough room to be out of the elements for the night, and it's able to be cleaned if something not so great were to happen in it. But I think they retail for like $38,000. I'm like, and I wonder what cities would allow it.
You know what I would love to see? In that I would love to find a solution for affordable housing where they can purchase homes. I love tiny home communities. So same. I love real estate. I found a passion in real estate as well. And just like the tiny home communities, but also making it a little bigger where they have running water in there, where you don't have to go to a shower.
Yeah, yes, accessible, very accessible.
But yes, those that they should have equal playing ground for purchasing and owning their own home as everybody else. So that is something that I would love to pour my heart and soul into.
Yeah, and we'd have to get savvy at the subsidy parts because I think there would have to be a government subsidy to get the cost down so that it would fit inside of the.
But if you think, okay, a tiny home, how much can a tiny home go for? Like 60,000, 70,000.
I mean, if done right, you might even be able to do it cheaper.
Right. What is a mortgage on that? Even with today's interest rates of 6-7%, right? Could it be somewhere comparable? If you can get a mortgage for $500 or pay rent for $500.
They'd still be FHA loans. So you'd still get
You have WIDA loans. You have Fannie Mae. You have USDA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have specific loans. And years ago, way years ago, them loans were frowned upon.
I know.
Right? Again, another discrimination thing. And where does it matter where the funds are coming from? If they're purchasing your home, they're purchasing your home. Who cares where the funds? You still get the money at the end.
And then they have permanency.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing I would say all of our members lack is permanency.
Yeah.
They could be asked to leave at any time. Every year they could get a non-renewal.
Yeah. You pay your mortgage, equivalent to paying your rent. Yes, you have more, but you could hire out services. I guess my question would be, if they own their home, it becomes an asset. And if you're on services, does that pose an issue?
I don't think so. I don't think it causes an issue until you die. Because you can live in your asset.
Okay.
But they take it when you die.
Yeah, I guess we have quite a few members that own their own homes.
But they take it when you die.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just love to see some...
Like level the playing field a little bit.
Yes. 100%.
Or just like, in there they'd be accessible. The one that I saw that I just fell in love with, it was built in like a U shape. So like it was like you were walking up on the property, all the little houses were built in a U, and then there were 2 straight lines up the middle. So there was the cul-de-sac, and then there was 2 lines up the middle, and there was no grass to mow. It was all rock.
Yep.
And then the sidewalks, everything was accessible.
Yep.
And you could just get in and out, and everyone decorated their lawns how they wanted to, and their front doors how they wanted to. And it's just a really, really cute idea. It is what I would have to imagine when the tiny houses were built in Oshkosh, what they envisioned.
Yep.
Because it looked somewhat similar, but the tiny homes in Oshkosh, from my understanding, I've never been in, but they have a bathhouse.
Yes. Yeah, they don't have running water in there. And I don't know if they're accessible for wheelchairs and stuff. I'm not sure. But it was a great concept. I believe, I don't know if it still is, but it was for women and children.
Oh, okay.
When it first started.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're full. I went past it by accident once and I've never found it again. It's hard to find.
But again, the community that you're in, they can tell you no. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to go and get a variance and things like that for that. And they can tell you no. Like, if I go to my village and I say, hey, I want to build a tiny home community for this, they can tell me no.
See, that's where that burnout comes from again. It's like, why wouldn't you just want to be nice? Like I can understand like building like a place of refuge for sex offenders in the heart of your city. Like, I get it. Like, that's not the safest idea. But why would anyone fight the elderly and the disabled population? Like, it's like even like the autistic or intellectual disabled population, putting them in the same like low income housing as people who do have backgrounds and stuff like that. That's kind of scary as a mom of someone like that, because he is so vulnerable. Like, he would be taken advantage of so quickly. He'd give you all his money if you asked him for it. Like, if you sold your story, he'd give you his money because he wants to help. And so like that, like I think of like the places that he would be eligible for on the fixed income. It's like probably not the best situation for every single person.
Yeah.
So like having communities that are set up for the more vulnerable.
Yeah. What if, my head is spinning right now, what if it all revolves around connection again, but having like connecting people to like your son with a similar roommate that they would be compatible and work well, and then they can afford these outrageous rent.
Right.
Like a room. It's
like a matchmaking service.
Yes, like a matchmaking service for housing.
Yep. They do that. I saw there used to be this show. I think most of the people on the show had Down syndrome, but one of the boys they match made him with another individual with a similar disability, and they did it like they would a matchmaker by like favorite foods and favorite activities, and do you need quiet or do you like to be talkative, and that's how they matched them.
Can we do that on our housing side?
I've always thought it would be a good idea. we know
how to make platforms. We can make a platform for housing connections.
Yeah, because it is even like some people who are in wheelchairs, who need an accessible unit but can't afford an accessible unit. But if they live together,
or the 2-bedroom units, that there must be a body in each in bed.
And then really that's affordable. That becomes affordable then.
That'd be fun.
We've had a couple of young people on my caseload that I'm like, I have someone else that I think you would live so well with, but I can't say anything because rules. But
we had 2 individuals and they had the same case manager. And one day we had a phone call and we're like, can't they just live together? But they would feed off of each other. Oh my God, that would be
interesting.
That would be that would be interesting. But because they were so similar, that would have been the best scenario.
Yep.
But then again, how good are our matchmaking skills?
Yeah. And then what if it goes south? How do you fix it?
Yeah.
But everyone should learn how to live with other people maybe at some point. I mean, there are some people that should not be. So those are the outliers. But and it's really the generational household is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So roommates is going to have to come back too.
Yep.
Because generations are going to have to start living together too in this economy. And
well, in Hawaii, I mean, that never really went away.
No, that's just the norm.
Multi-generational homes. Yep. But look at, I mean, who can afford to buy $1 million house? You have to live as a family together.
In small areas.
Yeah. Yep. So I believe that, yes, that shift is coming back. It's coming back full circle. I think most things in life do. They come back full circle. But I really like the idea of evening the playing field for the vulnerable population.
And providing opportunity. Like, we only get one life. Like, do all the fun things, live independently. And I think that's holding a lot of people back, is the inability to live independently because of cost.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's a sign or what, but living your best life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what
does that mean?
I don't know what I want to accomplish in life. I know I want to do very similar. I want to do good. I know I want to help people. I know I want to advocate. I know I'm good at that. But I also want, what do I want to do? I want to be present in my kid's life. Yep. I want to be home. I want to travel. I want to do it while I can enjoy it.
Yeah, while you're able to.
Right? How many people retire and they don't get to enjoy it, right? So, but I've been asking myself that a lot lately. Like, what do I want? What does that chapter look like? What does that next chapter look like?
I'm just going to keep following you.
You're attached to me at this point. All right, come on, Jamie.
Yep, I'll just tag along on your journey because I want to do all the same things you want to do.
Yeah. Well, we are, I guess we can announce it. We are looking at starting a nonprofit on the housing side. That's something we're both very passionate about in our way of giving back and being able to bridge a couple gaps that we know of, right? So we're really excited about that. But I'm always looking at, how can we do better? How can we do better, not only in current business, but future businesses? And
well, this was kind of the way that the way out. Like, you're obviously very good at starting businesses, but we realized that you can't just start a business and fill the gaps that we needed to fill within housing, because unfortunately the funding comes with the non-for-profits,
right? And
the funding that we need is to fill the gaps.
That was crazy to me. I knew that a nonprofit was a couple more steps. I was not.
Steps. Oh my gosh!
Like an LLC, a corporation, I can file it today and I can start it tomorrow. Nonprofit, you have to write bylaws. You have to have all of your policies. You have to do the 501c3. You have to build a board.
Yep.
And that was the hardest part for us.
Yeah. Because we don't trust anybody.
And we learned that we can't be on the board.
No.
We have no power over the board. And both of us, I feel like, has some trust issues there. And it's like, but I want them to do what I want to do.
Yep. Trust and control. I have control issues, and I have trust and power. I don't like to give up power.
Yes.
I like to be in control.
Yeah.
And I also don't trust people very much.
Yeah. See how we're two peas in a pod here?
I know. Still struggling to assemble our board.
So we have yet to call our first board meeting, because I think we have our first 3 board members set.
Yep.
There's actually a lot of people in the housing world that we could pull in and ask. and they would all be they would bring their own set of
definitely.
Strengths, and they would definitely be on board with what we're trying to accomplish. But I think getting the initial one set and then building upon there, because we have some big dreams.
Very big dreams. We're dreaming
but
extremely big on that side.
I truly believe in you can accomplish anything. You just have to have the audacity to ask for it.
Yeah.
Right. And that is one thing that I'll ask for the world. You can tell me no, but I'm going to ask for it.
Ask,
yeah. If I'm going to ask if, I want this building. This is our mission. This is what we're trying to accomplish. You're doing good by it. All they can tell me is no.
Yeah. The worst they can say is no and laugh at you maybe a little bit behind your back. But
okay.
I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Laugh at me all you want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, but you don't know what beautiful things can happen if you just ask the question.
Yep. So dream big is always my motto. Dream big. And that's what I do. I try to dream big and try to do good. At the end of the day, I mean, after I'm gone, I would just hope people be like, yeah, she tried to make a difference.
Yep. My legacy is what I leave behind in that regard. And I think I may have told you, but my kids are little. My 2 little girls are little, but when we were getting those really, really, really bad rainstorms, my daughter my 6-year-old couldn't go to sleep, and she called me in there. So I went in and she goes, "Are your people at work safe?" And I said, "I think so. I mean, they all are in their own house." She's like, "No, the people that you work with, are they safe?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, you get it."
She's a natural at 6 years old.
Yep.
I wish everybody
I know, and that's why
thought
I'm like,
that way.
But that's what I want to leave behind.
Yes.
Like that is what I want to leave behind. Like I want to be contagious. I want people to like be able to come downtown Appleton and like look around and see what I see and then want to do something to fix it.
Well, and that's the thing. You can complain about it all you want. And that's what a lot of places do. A lot of community governments, a lot of community members, they complain about it, but not a single person wants to lift a finger to do something about it.
No.
And then the ones that do want to do something about it, you're putting up restraints for us to do something about it. Like help me help you.
Yep. I see like when we're reviewing backgrounds on our members and stuff like that, like most of them have at least one like after dark citation or because they've criminalized homelessness. But yet the city will call the cops and have them removed from vestibules, but will not put together a viable solution.
Yep.
I did hear, I think Mission Church, I might be wrong on that, is opening their doors to I think that's what they're doing. It's around here somewhere, to pull some of the people off the streets. But like, like there's no, like the sleeping huts. Like that is, the city could invest in something like that. You can move it where you need to move it to. You can move it to where they move. Like you can put it under the viaducts. You just park it in the, I'm sure there's the liability waiver they sign and kind of a thing, but they're going to be there anyway. That's not going to change.
Yes. Have a little bit of control over it.
Yep.
And this whole criminalizing homelessness, come on. They don't have money to pay your ticket. And now it's showing up as
a citation. So
now
it's just you're giving them a background that's going to make housing harder.
Yeah.
I think the most silliest thing to me was when I used to work downtown, the homeless often will congregate in the parking ramps down here, and they were defecating in the parking ramps and stuff like that.
Where are they going?
Exactly. I'm like,
businesses don't want them in there.
No. And so and they would sleep there in the skywalk across College Avenue. And so they would shuffle them out and all that. And they finally put porta potties up. And I'm like,
good for you.
It's a basic dignity thing. Like, and I know it costs the city money and I'm not saying it's free. But they're not going anywhere else. Like, the problem will remain. We have to put solutions in place because the problem will remain if we keep building all these apartments above all these buildings and then charging $1,700 a month for a studio.
Meanwhile, income-based has wait lists of 6 months to 5 years.
Yeah, Winnebago County's closing, so that means that they were already high. I called Portage County I think it was Portage County yesterday. They're not closing, but they're on alert that their funding is being cut. So they're a 33-month wait list.
So why is funding being cut?
Because no one values this problem.
Because we're in this, we live this, we see it every single day. So now you're talking about funding being cut through Medicaid, through people who need help, funding being cut, through the VA, people who need help and have served their country, and this is how you're going to repay them. Homeless, housing.
I know.
We can't find anywhere else to cut money?
No. Oh, I could find a few places, that's for sure. But I'm just not. But then don't complain. Like literally stop complaining. Don't complain about them sleeping in front of your business.
They have to go somewhere.
They're literally living people.
Yeah.
They're going somewhere.
Yeah.
They have to go somewhere or congregating in businesses. And, what is your expectation? Like, I know it's inconvenient. I know it causes money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mental health out there, which does cause some issue. And then be part of the solution.
Yes.
Like jump on board the solution train. Then you can't just complain about it. Because I could complain about it too. Like I visit the library a lot. Like my mother-in-law loves to bring the kids to the library. And I always have to warn her. I said, just remember, there's a large population there, and there are some on the registry. And just keep your eyes open.
Yep. Do you remember the one member that gave us the inspiration for the nonprofit?
Yes.
When we met her at a library, she was homeless. And when we talked about, and realistically, her budget allowed for income based only. In this area, you're talking a couple years sitting. And she said, I'm not going to make it a couple months. She was living in her car
with her cat.
And she was having medical issues. And she was one where the cops she would be in a parking lot.
They'd harass her.
And she said, if I get sent to this camp, I will not make it out. Well, she died in her car. In her car.
As she said she would.
And she was looking for work. She couldn't get hired because she had nowhere to shower.
She had just gotten a job too.
Yeah.
She had just
gotten a job. Well, that's right.
Yeah. Yep, just gotten a job.
So this vicious cycle, when people tell me I have no sympathy for a homeless person because everyone's hiring. You're right. Most people are hiring, but that doesn't mean they're going to hire them because they want them to look presentable.
Yep.
And they have nowhere to shower. They have nowhere to be clean.
Reliable.
Yes, and transportation. So it's this vicious cycle. And we keep telling everybody, there is no stability until you are housed. Once you are housed and you have a roof over your head, then that's where you start building in services and wraparound services. But the fact that she told us right at that meeting, I will not make it a couple months. And she did not.
No, she did. I want to say she passed within 6 months of our services starting.
I think it was 2. I think it was around 2. Yep. It was fairly quick.
Yep.
It was fairly quick.
That one knocked me off my feet.
Yep.
That one
hurt.
That one stung. That one. One, she told us it was going to happen. And 2, like, I just always go back to dignity.
Yep.
She died in her car.
Yep. And how many times did she tell us, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. We have somebody who went through a divorce and is homeless just because of a divorce. It goes off of our last week. It's nobody asks to be homeless. It's often no one even thinks they're going to be homeless in their life. But if we can all come together and find a solution for housing, then that's where the stability starts to build from there.
And there's just so many areas that need attention. So like in Wisconsin especially, I can only speak to Wisconsin, we're very, very heavy on landlord rights. Tenants almost have none. On paper they do. None of that's holding up. So there's that. All the bureaucratic red tape.
Yep.
All that red tape's got to come down.
Yep.
There's common sense, and then there's bureaucratic red tape.
Yep.
There's no common sense in what's happening right now. The application fees and in stacking applications and then ordering them to find your very favorite applicant who's got a job and no criminal background and all that.
They look good on paper.
They look good on paper. So like all that, all just, it has to come down. there's so many pieces to fill,
Mm-hmm.
patch it together and to fix the big problem. And then affordability. Either Social Security has to be higher or rent has to come down, and we're not getting higher Social Security.
We're not getting higher and rent's not coming down unless somebody starts regulating this.
Yep.
We were authorized for support broker services for somebody who was unhoused. It doesn't work because there's no stability.
Mm-mm.
Like,
could you even imagine? And now learning what I've learned, you can't send a caregiver into a homeless shelter. They won't allow it.
No. If you need cares, the homeless shelter don't want you.
Yeah. Or if you have a wheelchair or have mobility struggles,
yep.
Most either can't because of their own buildings or won't take you because of liability.
Yep. So the most vulnerable, if you're in a wheelchair, you're out in the elements, where in my mind, it should be opposite. If you're most vulnerable, I need you housed. I need you under a roof. Mm-hmm. I need your cares, because if you don't have your cares, what's going to happen? You're going to go into the hospital. You're going to keep going.
More money. Like that's the thing. Like, I wish that someone, if I'm like, could take a bigger lens and be like, okay, we're bleeding money. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it. I can see it now, because from my tiny little place in this world, I can see how it snowballs. Even like some of the things that I was asked to do last week, I'm like, the outcome didn't change, but we spent a ton of money fixing a problem that actually wasn't a problem. Like, a ton of money.
Well, somebody has to determine if it's a problem. And
oh my God, it was a problem to somebody that needed fixing. Right. And the end outcome was the exact same, but the paperwork wasn't correct. But nothing else changed but the paperwork.
No.
Was read how they needed it to read. But my services cost money. The fiscal agent's money costed money. Everyone's time costed money.
Yep.
The outcome did not change. It's just silly to me. It's just red tape.
Yeah. My absolute favorite, somebody who is in an unstable place in their life, whether they're homeless, they're in an apartment, they're housed, whatever their scenario is, but it's not stable. And they get into that stable place. They become a different person. Mm-hmm. Literally. And we've had the opportunity of switching from housing counseling to support broker after that, and then helping them create their plan and their schedule and hiring people, and they're thriving. Mm-hmm. But that they would not have thrived if they would have started backwards.
No.
So you have to have that stability in the home. And it's just, everything starts here. Mm-hmm. Everything starts at home.
Yep. The member that I visited yesterday just moved into her new place, and she couldn't wait to show me her shower, because she can shower.
That's amazing.
It's a walk-in.
Yeah.
Like, good. It's just, some of that stuff is just
small things that we take for granted.
Yep.
Being able to access your bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Weird how you want to do that.
How can you as a person allow somebody to sign a lease knowing damn well they can't even get into their bathroom because their wheelchair doesn't fit through the door?
And then charge them up the yin-yang for damages done navigating a space that was not designed for
and they get away with it.
Mm-hmm. There's, like I said,
because no one's advocating.
Yeah, and there's just no protections for, like, on paper, yes, Wisconsin has tenant rights.
Yes.
No, that is not what I'm seeing on the front line.
Yeah. No. There's an amazing one, Wisconsin tenant rights, but they just cover Dane County.
Yeah.
Right? I wish we had more in central Wisconsin.
Dane County is just...
It's a different island. It's like their own island.
It's different there. Like, there are just there's so many more rights to the tenant there. Mm-hmm. Even poverty is more protected there. And
the voucher is protected.
Yep.
The voucher is a protected class in Dane County only.
Yep. Which is one county in Wisconsin, which is just wild to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different. That's another thing that needs to be fixed, is that county to county to county to county within one state under the same governor. Mm-hmm. They just get to behave differently and use funding differently and have different rules.
Yep.
And what? Like, that doesn't make sense. Where they think, it's never going to probably be fixed in my lifetime, and I understand that, but I can still complain about it.
Yeah.
But it's madness. There's just not a bunch of protections for, and I hate that, because even my adult kids, trying to explain that to them about, like, minding your P's and Q's. And they're like, well, I can just do this with the landlord because that's what they're supposed to do. I'm like, yeah, if you want to get kicked out with a non-renewal, like, yeah, you can complain about that.
You don't even have to give a reason nowadays.
No.
I did like to see that this year non-renewals were not as much of an issue as they were in 2025.
Well, there was actually a lot of renewals that I didn't expect with no rent increase.
Oh, good.
Yes. I was very, very, very interestingly surprised by that. I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Just like hiring people, new people in a job, I have to imagine there's still a lot of administrative costs associated with moving somebody else in, because every time someone moves in, you have to completely reflip the unit, not completely, but flip the unit, which costs money.
Yep.
So maybe they're just less inclined for minor infractions like calling the office too much or stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, there's a shift.
Yeah, there was a lot last year of charging people fees to clean the carpets after they moved out. No. And if it's normal wear and tear, you are not allowed to charge that fee. And it says, but you also have to go through that lease with a fine tooth comb.
Yes, I did learn that from the tenant right meeting this past week. Fees have to be in the lease.
They can, if you sign that lease, it is legally binding. They can put anything they want in that lease. It doesn't matter how absurd it is. They can put anything in that lease. So it's important for our members to go through and have somebody other than that property manager explain what that lease is.
Yep. That is a very valuable lesson that was learned this year on our team is we're not ever doing a lease the way that this lease was signed. We will spend an entire hour and a half I'll spend my entire 5-hour budget going through a lease moving forward than to have the problem that happened to this member ever happen again. The fee, so many issues, but the fees associated with this particular company, I've just not ever, I mean, it's probably out there. I just haven't seen it yet. It's insane. And then, some of the other things that are going on, like the tenant rights people said, go look at the lease, see if it's in there.
Yep.
And sometimes they'll blanket statement it with and associated fees, but it has to be outlined.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go through it. But I will never again let anyone just rifle and just sign their name. We're gonna go through it all. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make sure the important facts are known. Going into situations, because this one, she moved in 3 months ago, and we are still navigating our way through what should have been done before lease signing. And never again. Never again. Not to mention, just from like our members are on fixed incomes, and had she known about some of these fees that are adding up to like almost $100 a month, a lot of our members don't have an extra $100 a month laying around.
I get that. That is a choice as a property manager to use them systems. Nothing is cheap. Like the systems that we're trying to upgrade to, we can't pass that along. Like that's something we have to.
Cost of doing business.
Yes, we have to absorb that.
Could you imagine? Here's your Evernote fee.
Right. Here's your Evernote fee. Here's your RingCentral fee. Like everything costs money. It is the cost of doing business.
Yep. It's just, but I don't think that company is unique. I think that it's just in my face because I'm helping this person navigate it. But yeah, the fees are real and they add up.
Everybody wants their cut.
Yep. Well, even application fees. It's an income stream.
Should we start charging application fees for caregivers? Oh my gosh. We would never get anyone. Yep, that'll be $25, please.
Yeah, well, we're having a hard time getting people beyond a paywall. So
why do housing get to charge application fees, but employment doesn't? Sit on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you want the job, pay for it.
Yeah, would never get anywhere.
No.
But yet, if you want an apartment, pay for it.
Yep. For us to do the administrative things to actually, and we all know that not every
company we have to run background checks. Let's be honest, housing, they're using CCAP, it's free.
Yep.
So you're charging for a background check.
And that's the thing that's, again, going back to the landlords have so much protections. They're admitting that they're using a free resource and still charging. They're not running any other checks. They're not that is all administrative, which again, I just feel like having someone that's running your applications is the cost of doing business. So putting any of that feedback onto the person, especially like in an affordable like setting, like I just don't get
Well, and if you're gonna run the background checks, know how to read them.
Mm-hmm. Or be it like be your own little PI.
Yeah.
Like if you see something that's charged but not convicted, do some more research or have a human to human conversation with someone. Everyone's got the ability to do a FOIA request. Anyone can request it's free to call Appleton PD and request a police report. Like if you want to do your if you want to do it that way, do it that way. If you don't want to run $25 to run it. Well, what's a caregiver background check these days? It used to be
15.
25. Oh, so it's not even that much.
15. It used to be 10. Now it went up to 15. It's not that much, but it's not like I require you guys to pay for your own background checks. It's a cost of doing business. Yep. You don't get to charge and pass along every single fee that comes in it. Yep. Some of your larger management companies, they do outsource that.
Yes.
And then I do believe the outsourced ones probably do run because they run credit, background. And again, why are we running a credit report? Come on.
I have had at employment run my credit. I'm like, why? I mean, go ahead, but why?
Yeah, why?
Like what? It's because I had access to finances. I'm like, yeah, but just because my credit, just like I can't manage my money doesn't mean I can't manage yours.
Your money's so much easier to manage.
I can't manage mine because I don't have any.
Right. That is a scary thing. That is probably the scariest thing to me about the nonprofit.
Yes.
Again, it comes back
especially
to that
knowing
trust.
What can go wrong. I mean, even in not so distant future past.
Well, I hear so many stories about it. Like, one, if you're working under a nonprofit, you should really have integrity.
Oh, and again, you can't.
And where does that greed come from? And why is there so much theft under nonprofit?
I think because the money comes in large quantities. Because you get the grant, and I think it just sits there.
But you're supposed to report it. Like everything's supposed to be.
That's my understanding. Is everything's reportable. Yeah. So I don't
how
understand how
there has to be a paper trail.
Right. So I don't know how it goes on for years upon years, unless it's all comes down to like a coding issue where you code your everyday coffee to a business expense. Somehow, but at the same time, like you would think that there would be more, or maybe on the back end when they're reviewing the reports.
Yeah.
It's a slow process. So maybe they're not catching it for years. Because I feel like the stuff that's happened recently was going on for several years.
Times. And where's the double check? Like, you should have multiple checks in place for check and balances, not just one sole person.
Yeah. Responsible for and then what if that one sole person is the one ganking all the money? Like, yeah, it's scary and again, not having a whole bunch of control because once you have a board, it's you're basically the idea.
Yeah.
It's a really weird setup.
Yeah, it really is. We're navigating it. We're gonna learn this, but
yeah, if anyone out there knows of a good old mentor for us, geez. Well, I feel like a natural place to end is, what is your intro?
I still don't. My intro sucks. My intro sucks. I don't know how to introduce myself.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'll have to work on that.
You should just, I don't know, figure out who I am.
Okay, so that'll be the topic for next month. We're gonna make up an intro for Cindy.
We're gonna make up my intro. I don't know how to describe myself though. You're very good at describing yourself. I don't know how to describe myself.
Takes a lot of counseling.
Yeah. I feel like we just need to put me through therapy and figure out who I am. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I want to be.
I feel like I've gotten my whole everything that all my cells are helping people and raising kids. And then I had spicy kids. So like my work and my home life are very intertwined. So it just like definitely became one with my DNA. And so I have struggled to learn who I am outside of that. Like I used to love doing yoga and I used to love doing like walking and I used to love running, but like I don't do those things anymore because I'm busy. And so like who am I outside of all the helping that I do? That's a little bit more of a challenge for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I am. I gotta find myself, which sounds weird because I don't know.
Yeah, because I can be both grounded and lost at the same time.
Yes. Sometimes, most of the time, I feel like I feel lost. Even though I feel like I'm still on a very solid, like I know my vision. I know where I want to go. I know what I want to do. Maybe just because I concentrate on work so much, I don't know who I am.
Yeah, like I can't even dress myself. I had to like do a Google search on like how like what is my style?
Oh my goodness.
It's like sporty chic. That's what the Google machine told me. So yeah, like
I found my love of. I've always had a love of my workouts and things like that's my stress outside of work. Get up, do my workout. I love walks. I absolutely love going on walks. That is my creative time. So I found like my workouts are my stress relief time, my feel good time. My walks are my creative time. Like if you get a random text message, I'm probably on a walk and it probably doesn't make sense. It's because I have to like jot it down before.
Put it somewhere.
Yes. Family life, love, vacations, beach,
love water.
Like as soon as you get me to water, instant calm, instant. That is the one place that I can do nothing and be so happy is I can just listen to the waves and walk on the beach. That is my ultimate favorite. But then I come home and I'm jumping right back into it and figuring out what problem I can solve next.
Or create.
Yes. I'm probably creating more problems than I do solve.
I'm a problem solver or a problem creator. In my career, I had 2 of my most favorite people in the entire world follow me to a couple different places, and I eventually had to tell them to stop. It's like I am the problems. Like I am the problem.
You're the problem.
I am the problem. Like I'm never gonna be happy anywhere. And like, nope. I love you, but no.
And you're gonna follow me.
Yeah,
you're gonna create problems wherever we go.
You're a problem creator like me, so we're gonna go find some dopamine together.
Yeah, we are. We are just to find something to solve. We're gonna create the problem so we can find something to solve. Well, there we go.
And unfortunately, in our line of work, the problems are plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have to look that hard.
No, we don't.
Just more or less like
we don't even have to create problems in this world.
Just have more divisions, hire more staff, start businesses.
Yep.
But we're trying to solve the problem. But
if you think about it, like the businesses all kind of work well together. They complement each other.
Very much so.
So this business is to help someone. This business is to connect somebody. This business is to house somebody. Like they're all working hand in hand.
Yeah, it's very interwoven.
Yeah.
And it's right now it's the same population. I think once we actually get like the full non-for-profit up and running and we're working within the model that we're currently envisioning, there'll probably be some crossover. I think we'll serve probably more families that are just needy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But same population, same struggle.
Yeah. It's just
poverty, disability.
It's to be able to have more outreach.
Yes.
That's really the thought behind it. More resources, more outreach, but still providing the same services that we already have the structure in place. So, I mean, we put it out there. Now we have no choice but to do it.
We're just doing it.
So
we're just doing it. We just have to keep going. You're honestly doing the hardest parts. You're doing all the the behind the scenes paperwork stuff. That part really overwhelms me because I don't understand it. Like it's so much more than I thought it was going to be. So much more.
Yeah.
And like there's no book. I mean, there probably is a book. Maybe we bought one of those books with a yellow cover, the
a manual?
Non-for-profit for idiots.
Oh yeah.
Do we need that book?
We might.
Yeah.
I just need it's not just for idiots.
No, I just need a roadmap. Do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. But no matter all the websites that you look at, they are all slightly different.
But it's very unique though. What we're trying to accomplish is unique because it's not any organization that there's certain organizations that just do this and just do that. We're trying to kind of intertwine that and have more resources built into one. And not only resources, but empowerment and not offering a handout, but a hand up. Yep. You have to have skin in the game. You have to take pride in that because everybody has strengths somewhere.
Everyone does.
We just have to help them with that strength.
Yep. And we might find a paper shredder for me. Someone who will enjoy just shredded papers for me.
Oh, I have a whole box.
Yep. Same.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where the future takes us. I'm excited to continue building what we already have, building our systems, building our structure, building our team. I'm excited for the future.
Very much so. We're going to do big things.
We are.
We're going to do hard things.
Yep.
So another week behind us and another week before us.
Yep.
We've got this.
Upward and onward.
Yep.
That's what I always say.
Here we go.
Here we go.